Thank you for sharing your experience with our software. How did you decide it was time to go paperless?
Our CEO has been working since she came on in the role, really, to try and move our organization to be paperless. Part of it being because of our footprint expanding as a company. She felt like it was going to be more and more vital for us to be able to get access to our information regardless of where a person was sitting. We have, for example, quality team members that sit in different locations, and they really needed to be able to see the same information regardless of if they were in our Sioux City location or our Des Moines location, or if we were out on the road. We were really looking for something that could go above and beyond and be used for our entire organization, not just our laboratory. As we were having conversations with different companies, it always became, we can adjust our software, make these changes to hopefully make this work for what your needs are. And that was the overarching theme that we kept running into. When we got to this software, it was much different of, no, the software is set up so that we can make it what we need it to be.
So, what was your work like before going paperless?
Prior to bringing the software in, we had paper at a number of different locations, and then also some that were saved at off-site storage locations. We would have paper coming in, and we didn't necessarily even know what was coming and if we were missing something. For example, if a team member was out and they were filling out a quality report because they had some kind of a deviation, we didn't know to look for.
How has our software helped you in your day-to-day workflow?
One of the biggest ways that this affects people in their day-to-day work is not having to wait for information. We have multiple locations, we have multiple sites where before you might have to have somebody go and scan a document and send that to you electronically, where you'll get it days later, potentially, assuming it doesn't accidentally get lost somewhere along the way.
We can easily get to our data quickly. We recently had an inspection where they asked us for records that were in the software and records that were on paper. And when they could see how easily it was for us to pull the records that were in the software, they were like, no, you don't have to pull the records that were on paper, which was a huge win for us. Now what we can do is we can pull reports by department, we can pull reports by site, we can pull equipment and easily tell, like for a specific site, what equipment they have, which is huge. For our quality reports, we can pull trend data and easily tell where errors are happening, where we couldn't do that before.
One of the things that we've built is if we're seeing trends or if we're seeing things that happen from the database in an app or from our quality reports from deviations that are happening, that information can get shared to the leadership teams in real time. It doesn't do us much good to get them that data 2 months later. Right now, the way that it works is that if that information is electronically in there and that's getting automatically pulled to these reports and these dashboards that those leaders have, they have that information right at their fingertips. So again, much more real-time, useful information for leaders.
Do you have any advice for people that are looking into going paperless?
It may be concerning to go down that road, and we absolutely had that from the department level to our own team within the organization. People like their paper, they like to have it in hand. It's the difference between an electronic book and a physical book in your hand, and it's a different experience. Our reference team, they love their paper, they love their manually being able to cross things out, but the first time you show them an automated report and they can read everything, and then you show them the manual one and they can't read person X's handwriting 9 times out of 10, they get it. It's having to work with them and show them where it is giving them the benefit, even though it's different than what they're used to.
If you can show them the tools, if you can show them a search, if you can show them a dashboard, if you can show them a table with the data, that will sell them on giving up the paper.
Would you say our software is helping your team save time?
That's another big way that you can get buy-in from team members when you used to potentially have to have multiple people doing manual reviews just to make sure you didn't make a transcription error, right? You can have the system look for some of those types of things.
We actually did take away some of the second reviews because the system is doing those checks.
Anything else you would like to share with those that are looking to go paperless?
Don't be afraid to try it.
Thank you. I appreciate your time.